Many times, often you see a game act a certain way. You see the developers of the game do certain things. They make changes. Sometimes, those changes are so stupid that you wonder why someone allowed these changes to ever go through. Often, the changes are demanded by deranged people who have no business. While doing my people shooting thing on my hardware upgrade that I'm still enjoying the high of, because I'm caught up with the minimum capabilities needed to gunfight smoothly, I listen to a conversation involving those of us who are your betters, who actually play this game. Some of these people are data number crunchers, but these are people who play this game regularly and have played other games that are similar.
Oh,
these are
spooky
not
hallway.
the horrid rage screamers
Are we
like
about to
I
get
am.
ambushed by aliens?
You won't
or
treat
is it just
them
the
as you've
cleaning crew
treated
on
me.
strike?
These are betters who are just a little nicer than me. Here's some of what they had to say about the changes that are hurting larger ships in favor of the fairy tale of the light fighter meta.
That the big ships really need is more hit points.
Shot speed and hit points.
More hit points. The Hammerhead is a very powerful gunfighter, especially now if you upped its gun size to like quad size 5s, that may or may not be a bit much to give it 6 quad size 5 turrets. I'm not sure about that, but still 4 quad size 4s is a lot of firepower. There are very few fighters that can match that amount of firepower. And so it can be a very effective anti-fighter platform if it can fucking survive the guns of a goddamn light fighter. 2 size 3 shields and a couple 100,000 hit points, or 80,000 hit points on its core. I just want to really highlight this point here in terms of durability. The Hammerhead has 80,000 hit points on its body. If you kill the body, it dies. If you kill the tail or the nose, it doesn't die. You got to kill the body. 80,000 hit points is what you got to deal to that core to kill it, and it's pretty easy to hit it unless it's got except from a couple very limited angles. And if you're in a fighter, it's very easy to hit that because you can control your maneuver around it. The arrow has 2,000. Roughly 1950, close enough to 2,000 for easy math. The Hammerhead it has 40 times the hit points on its core, but at the DPS that an arrow puts out, just assuming a stock arrow, that's 14,094 DPS. So let's call it 1,500 DPS for easy math. 53 seconds of fire from a single fighter will kill a Hornet once its shields go down, or kill a Hammerhead once its shields go down. Less than a minute of fire from one of the smallest fighters in the game, kill a Hammerhead.
And every shot's gonna land because the target's the size of a fucking barn.
Yeah, and its shields, it's got a 90,000. No, not even. No, it's got less than that.
A single fighter of that size shouldn't even be able to break the recharge rate of a ship that size, in my opinion.
Yeah. The 2 size 3 shields is not enough. The Polaris.
I'm of the opinion shields should recharge as they're taking damage. Take the fucking recharge buffer away.
They've talked about that back and forth for big ships, and they've gone flop back and forth on it for size 3 shields, and then the Connies
even if
and
it's just size
Corsairs
3s,
and then the Connies and Corsairs started to perform well, and Light Fighters cried about it every single fucking time, and just all equipment space except for the cockpit. You want a true size difference, you got to do the calculation of volume, but in terms of hit points and how many hit points the Hammerhead should have, you should probably be looking at something like, let's just run that math. So say 2,000 times 150 is 300,000 hit points on the core. And how much does the does the Polaris have? Because I'm saying the Hammerhead should have something like a third of the durability of the Polaris. The Polaris on its main body has 900,018 hit points. Holy fucking shit, guys. Which is going to be a lot harder to do. I'll still be able to do it. And you'll get those lucky penetrating shots that is blind fire, and whether it's kind of going to be hit or miss on whether or not it hits anything important, but it's a size 10 railgun, the size or bigger of that ship. So yes, if it rips through and knocks out components with each shot, cool, but it's going to take 3 fucking shots full charge, two to three full charge shots to kill it outright, into the death buffer, and then you have a 3 million hit point death buffer where it's going to take several shots to full kill that small ship. Now it can actually survive long enough in a mixed fleet battle and gunners, and the big ship doesn't. And then you also have it now able to survive against light fighters, and light fighters are basically, it becomes invulnerable to light fighters that are only light fighters. And the ships that it's now vulnerable to are the more dedicated strike craft. And because ships of that size, warships of that size, should largely be invulnerable to light fighters and anti-fighter fighters, and should only start to be really vulnerable. Yes.
I've seen the pirates off of the African coast take out some pretty big fucking naval vessels in those little rinky-dink fucking pontoons, man.
They use some fucking serious tactics, so there's a difference.
I've seen some big, say like Eve, just because it's easy for me to make comparisons. I think they need to make them impenetrable to a certain extent. Like maybe if you really specialty fit an arrow, maybe you can pen an Idris. But otherwise, it shouldn't be pennable. And in my opinion, it should also come at the cost of the Idris should be extremely expensive to replace. Yeah. The hard part is like a Capital and Eve. If you catch like a Moros or a Dreadnought or something, it's out on its own, and you lock it down with a small ship that it can't hit because those guns are huge. It can't shoot a light fighter. Yeah, you can't hurt it. He can't hurt you, but he can hold you the fuck down, and he can radio everybody else. Say, I got a fucking dread right now. Let's come kill it. And now you have a choice. You have to either reach out to your org to escalate and bring more capitals in to defend you, or you just have to die in a fire. Like that's the way it should be. And then, but